What's up guys, welcome back for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Duel video, the new Master Rule 5, and one of the suggestions indeed from the previous video, two decks actually, is first of all Paleozoics, again one of those decks that was quite neutered by the Master Rule 4 mechanic, even though it was quite okay because of Master Boy, for example, right, opening the extra monster zones, but it wasn't really that optimal, going for Obabinia first and going for Toad, multiple Toad during the same turn. Now with our new Master Rule 5 coming out in the TCG as well, April 1st, 2020, we can definitely do this again. So one of the suggested decks indeed from the previous videos was Paleo second deck list, and the matchup of today is against Windwitch and Invoked. Again, Invoked, a fusion-oriented deck, also one of those decks that, well, definitely had its advantages during, you know, like Master Rule 4 and the links as well, but the fact that you can still, first of all, use links, and second, you, of course, you're not again restricted to only being able to special summon your fusions to those extra monster zones or a main monster zone where a link monster is pointing towards to. That's such a big boost. Like, come on, this feels so good being able to try them out again. And this is not the Mech Invoked build, this is the Windwitch Invoked build. Again, one of the mentioned possibilities in the previous video. I mean, there are so many ideas we can try out here with this new Master Rule 4 mechanic. So it's a very odd matchup, but again, it's something different, right, from past months, like Orcus, the Salmon Great Sky Striker. Like, we can try out different things again and combine them, or, you know, like pair them up against each other. So yeah, this wasn't really that great of a start. I mean, Effect Failure on Swapfrog isn't that bad, but the Card of the Mice quite nuked it, I guess. At least the Ash Blossom on Card of the Mice, that is. And here, okay, I do take the hard minus, I guess, by using the Book of Moon Paleos, so, you know, I can use Compulse, Bounce Back, but yeah, those chainable cards, right, like the Hand Traps, like Call by the Grave, preventing the Paleo from coming out, and I can't get that. Like, how do you say it? I can't get the ball rolling here, and that's of course like a huge problem for for Paleos. And there is the Makaba not in the extra monster zone. Does it feel nostalgic? No, not really. So normal summon Swapfrog, try to use the effect. I believe Makaba would have been able to negate that, or am I missing something? I'm not really sure. Anyway, so Onraj again going eventually for Raging as well, another Raging, so triple fusion, and this just feels game. And as you probably already have seen, I'm not running any on the Mirror Forces, but again, this is like not the most optimized build. So again, like always, feel free to leave suggestions, but again, it's just to test out or like try out all the new suggestions, all the new, quote-unquote, all the decks in the new Master Rule 4. And again, it feels quite refreshing, right, that all of these decks are still, are again possible. I mean, the fact that you can go double Toad or triple Toad just feels, and you don't need to worry about, like, you know, like going for your link summons feels so refreshing. Again, I believe I went second, and, well, it's Paleos, and the fact that, you know, like, Invoked is not restricted to its link monsters, link summons, it just gives them free options and more free space to spam out those multiple fusion cards, and it feels quite threatening. But on the other hand, it's like the Windwitch Invoked build more threatening or better than the Mech Knight build. And I believe in the long run, because of the Mech Knights, and, you know, Mech Knights don't really restrict your Invoked engine, or, yeah, indeed, your Invoked engine to only wind monsters, while Windwitch does that. And I feel that Mech Knight feels a bit better in that way of thinking, if that makes sense. And on top of that, Mech Knights are lights, and of course Makaba feels a bit better than Raging. But yeah, of course, okay, yeah, Raging with the Book of Moon effect does have its options against the other decks, right, where Book of Moon is superb against. So yeah, anyway, Lost Wind is of course one of those cards that I definitely want to go to or put in my grave as fast as possible against an extra deck-based deck like Invoked. And I think I can afford like the small minus, I guess, of losing a Paleo Because of Invoked, right? I believe the normal summon was already used up. And yeah, just go for the Toad. I think, am I able to go for Opabinia? But again, why would I go for Opabinia? Especially with one set, one back row. Not really sure if we know that back row. No, there is the impermanence. So okay, yeah, going for Toad was definitely the better play, I guess. Just get the Frog engine going and go from there. That's Paleos. Paleofrogs, I guess. And this should be game, right? Especially not really sure how many targets I have left in my deck here. With the frogs, I assume that are already used on our normal summon. Not really sure, but I don't think it will matter too much. Yeah, I think my frog engine is... yeah, it's gone. Otherwise, I probably would have bounced back the Swap Frog. Since again, you know, the Swap Frog's effect got changed like years ago. You can only bounce it back once. Like at times with Frog FTK, you were able to use Swap Frog's bounce effect multiple times during the same turn. So using Morella, I believe the name is, the Foolish Burial to set up Lost Wind. I believe, you know, against something like Invoked, it's a game winner. Being Lost Wind, free card, free trap, free effect negation as well. So yeah, Crystal Wing is cute, but the Crystal Wing is not that threatening against the deck. That means like the Dynamysticus, I believe the name is the Raigeki break or Karma Cut. There it is, speaking of Karma Cut, the Dynamysticus. And yeah, the Mystical Space Typhoon as well, the Canadia, the Book of Moon, etc, etc. So now I should be able to go for Obabin, there it is, so I can use the Mirella again, setting up, or try to set up one of at least Breakthrough Skill, or another Lost Wind. And yeah, okay, those effect failures definitely don't do that much, but they do their job, like preventing a Paleo monster from coming back from the graveyard. So that's okay, I guess. Prevent the Totally Awesome from coming out, otherwise that would have been game over already. So again, Opabinia, you know, getting the extra search, and I search Canadia, the Book of Moon, but maybe I should have gone for the... what is it called? Like the Mystical Space Typhoon? Olinoides, I believe the name is. But then again, oh well, if he top decks like Alistair, then I'm glad that I have the Book of Moon. So it all works out fine. And I have multiple Paleos in my graveyard, so I can definitely afford losing one on my side of the field. But another effect failure, even though it does nothing to Opabinia, it does again prevent the Paleo from coming out. So a very stale game going back and forth. But this feels like refreshing, right, compared to Orcust mirror matches or whatever. So yeah, Crackdown, a superb card, definitely a 3-of staple here in the deck. Gets rid of your opponent's big beat stick, and on top of that, triggers your Paleos. I don't need to explain this, but finally a breakthrough. And I draw Breakthrough Skill, no pun intended, but this again should be game. I think this is the last Frog from my deck, and a Boral Sword will eventually hit the field as well. And yeah, triple Toad, the times right. So last duel, and I believe Frogs go first, and this is an okay, Frogs go second. And yeah, if Frogs did go first, this was definitely a very solid opening turn of ending with the Totally Awesome and the Dupe Frog, probably with the the Crackdown as well, and the double Mirella. Double Mirella doesn't really feel that great, but Invoked options here, them going first. Invoked, well, okay, with Windwitches you might want to go first, but well, then you have the other deck potential with Mech Knights. Mech Knights want to go second, and then you can use cards like Mind Control as well with their fullest potential. So I might lean a little bit more towards the Mech Knight version, other than, you know, like Windwitch, but it's again refreshing and cool. It has been years, right? Not counting in the Cross-Balanced Cup. So anyway, using the Mirella, getting another Paleo on the field, this should be game, right? Especially with Totally Awesome on the field, negating the potential back row, whatever it is. But I'm not negating it, I probably should have. Or am I able to go for game or whatever? Because again, that extra impermanence would have been very sweet. But yeah, whatever, right? Double Toad, it doesn't really matter too much. Opabinia will just give me the extra surge during my next turn. And Double Toad, again, giving me the extra protection as well. So again, this is GG well played. So this is, I mean, the fact that basically the new Master Rule 4 is a combination between Master Rule 3 for like Exceeds, Synchros and Fusions, and Master Rule 4 for both Links and Pendulums, feels so refreshing. I'm definitely excited for the new Master Rule 4, yeah, the Master Rule 5 format, but on the same, at least on the other side, like, it feels that I feel there's some broken stuff coming our way, and you know, like the fact that you're not with your rank 4 spam decks, you're not forced to go for links first, feels just abuse incoming. Okay, guys, that's it. Like always, feel free to leave suggestions for the builds and for decks you want to see here in this small series. Okay, thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.